Screw your freedom.
We've got an awesome show for you today, so let's get started.
You want answers?
I think I'm entitled.
You want answers?
I want the truth!
You can't handle the truth.
Oh, you can. You can handle the truth, folks. And guess what? When seconds count, protection from the government is only minutes away. Well, we got a great story here, and has SHTF prepper lessons in it galore. This is very interesting, folks, that we ran across this article at this time, and it could only happen now. It could only happen now. In Southern California, Huntington Beach, to be precise, down there by Los Angeles, Orange County, if you will. There's a jewelry store. It's got a ridiculous name, so I'm not going to mention it, but a jewelry store. And we've been hearing about these smash and grab robberies. Well, I believe there were a total of 4 thieves, showed up to do some smash and grab. One came in the door and busted the glass on the first case. And immediately action was taken by the, I think, son and daughter of the owners of the store. And there were 2 other employees beside. A total, right, of 3 women and 1 man. And I'm going to call this guy a man, and I'm going to say these are some hell of a women. Now, let me tell you what happened. Guy came in and he broke the glass. Before he could get his hand in there, by all appearances, the girl came around and started punching him. The man went around the other side of the counter and started waylaying these thugs. Remember, the thugs outnumbered them 4 men to 1. Okay. This didn't deter the women. One woman was repeatedly punching the dude and fighting him off. And then when he went down on the ground, she put the boot to him, or rather, maybe the pretty little shoe, a couple of times. He got up. The other guy was punching and fighting, and they blew, or rather pushed them back out the door with force. Incredible. The one girl looked like she was about to get in trouble, and along came the other female employee with a chair over her head, conged a dude back out the door. Okay, now, I do not want to glamorize or glorify violence, but in this case, that is the only thing that would have stopped this. If the employees had stood back and allowed this to occur, these guys would have stolen all of the jewelry out of the front cases. More than likely, they would have gotten away with anywhere from $100,000 to $1 million in jewelry. This is the little game they like to play, and pretending that in their minds, helpless store clerks are cowards, and that just because they're thieves, they have an advantage. Well, they had the element of surprise, but these people, folks, these store employees, these owners, right? Sons and daughters of the owners. Well, they're the owners. They ended up owning these punks. Now the punks had weapons. They had hammers. They had stuff for breaking glass. That could have turned out really bad for the store owners. I'm sure they got some bruises. I'm sure they got hit a little bit, but they defended themselves, folks. When seconds count, are you ready to make the right decision to defend yourself? This is incredible in my book, right? It didn't say mixed martial arts fighting jewelry store clerks. They're just regular people, and they knew that there's only a matter of seconds that they have to respond in. I'm sure with all the other smash and grab thievery that's been going on the last couple of months, they knew that this was a possibility. More than likely, they talked about it, and they understood that they would only have a couple of seconds in which to respond and surprise the thieves and get the better of them, or they would just be had. Right? Once they're held back, that would be bad. So they came full fist forward. It's incredible. There's a lesson here, folks. A lesson for all of us. Do not allow yourselves to be a victim, and understand when seconds count, right? You have to act on your own behalf. Now, this is incredible because it happened in Southern California. Now, I would not be surprised if a left-wing lunatic prosecutor down there tried charging these people with assault. I wouldn't be surprised. Assault, John, what are you talking about? Well, these smash and grab thieves didn't try assaulting the employees. They just wanted to steal some jewelry, you know, AKA grand theft. But they weren't assaulting anybody, so they didn't deserve to be assaulted back, right? They didn't deserve that, the crimes that were visited upon them. Again, folks, I know it's ridiculous. Hey, they're going to steal all this, right? Just understand the people, you and I, people in California are like, damn right, serves them right. Good for them, sticking up for themselves and protecting their own. And it could be that jewelry stores are being told, hey, we're not going to pay claims on items that are stolen. Not going to pay claims on that because you did nothing to protect the store. Well, they did in this case, and rightly so. But, you know, what can they do? It's California. Well, you're allowed to have guns in California, believe it or not. You're allowed to have concealed weapons. You're allowed to protect yourselves. Well, the law might look at this a little differently. The law, meaning the prosecutor, might say, well, they weren't threatening you. They weren't threatening you. And in fact, you know, no one was hit right upside the head with a weapon or anything. I wouldn't be surprised if they didn't try and charge these people with a crime of defending themselves and their property, their business. We're in for a bumpy ride, folks. Now, could they have called the police? Well, they could have tried. How long would it take to get through dispatch and get a squad car, a unit out there? Well, anywhere from 5 to 15 minutes, unless they had one closer. I mean, it could have been 3 minutes, but how long does it take to break glass, grab jewels, run out the door? Good thing they have mask rules that makes wearing a mask now a thing of convenience. It used to be only, let's see, banditos and train robbers would wear masks. Well, yeah, now everybody does, and it's acceptable, hiding your face and then committing great crimes. Well, the crimes aren't acceptable, but you know how it is. Yeah, we could expect all kinds of trouble for these people for doing a good job of defending themselves. But let me ask you this. When it hits the fan and it gets really bad, do you think anyone's going to give a squirt about these people and the fact that the law doesn't respect our rights? I'm going to tell you at that time, right? You better act decisively when you have just a few seconds. This goes to show you, though, how quickly, right? This guy was at the door, and a second later, he was at the glass smashing it. When someone's within a certain distance of you, within 20 feet, they can be upon you in a mere matter of seconds or less, right? It's lightning quick to get from where they're at to you to put the hurt on you. You've got to understand this. Those seconds count. Having a plan in your head to deal with robbery, assault, rape, or anything else, seconds count. And fighting back with all you've got. This woman waylaid this dude, put him down and put the foot to him. Right? The other one showed up with a chair. That is, right, using their head. What do they have? What can they use? How quickly can they respond? Right? Overwhelming the scumbag, 4 apparently young, right, punks, thinking, well, we're just going to get over on these other little softies. Quite a story, folks. Quite a lesson. Are you prepared? Do you have a plan to deal with that? Walking down the street and you get clocked upside the head or kicked, what's going to be your response? Lay down on the ground and go, oh man, that hurt, stop. Well, bullies that won't stop, thieves that won't stop, and people with an axe to grind against you for whatever reason, they won't stop. The proper response is to fight like you mean it, according to this story. Right? When shit hits the fan, seconds count. There'll be no help for you. I've been a victim of this too, where I'm like, why isn't anyone helping me? Well, because nobody wants to get involved. You're going to have to get involved in your own defense. Food, water, shelter, clothing, medicine, means of self-defense. Know your rights. Chance favors the prepared mind. And in this case, several prepared minds saved hundreds of thousands, if not millions of dollars in merchandise, thwarted the bad guys. But yeah, there's also that thing that they could get in trouble for stopping crime. crime. I guess when police stop crime, it's not such a bad thing, but you citizens better not. Sorry. They were trying to make a citizen's arrest. All right. Anyways, folks, we got more coming. This week is going to be outrageous and crazy because it's hit the fan, and that means it ain't going to stop. Semper Fi. And Godspeed to you.